EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction to the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle with the Seattle Seahawks. Big here in Dallas, and the introduction to the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as the Hawks here in Dallas, and the Greg Zuerlein's got it teed up, and off we go from Arlington. Taken from about the 12. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Now Wilson. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Crowd getting in it a bit already. Here's an early 3rd and 10. They go play action now. Wilson buying time to his left. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And they do finally get him at the 12. A big play there on the catch and run.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They'll try the left side. Carson, and he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Wilson now off the bootleg. And this will go to Carson out wide. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds.
First drive of the game. We did see this in practice, didn't we? Because they allowed us to stay and watch and see what their opening script would be, even though we don't know the exact play calls. That looks a lot like what we saw them execute, doesn't it?
It really does, and in practice it wasn't. And he will score! Touchdown, Seattle! Chris Carson taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on the opening drive. Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This is Tony Pollard. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. One of the best of the last decade or so, Bobby Wagner in to bring him down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. Prescott now from the 50. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. And a nice little start as he's able to get this up to the 28. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Prescott to throw it. And he'll go underneath here to Elliott. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 18.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
From the red zone now, Prescott. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
2nd and 10.
Now back to the ground with Elliott. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
Sense because they've been throwing it well on this.
Right there, 54, right there. So I was up. He scored and tied it up in the 4th quarter with 2 minutes left. This nigga hit Tyree Hill across the middle. Man, I licked that nigga with fucking tar. He dropped that bitch. I picked it up and scored. No, he was cussing the TV out. They was doing all they could to help that nigga win, bro. His little man one lighted up, one lit up. Text him too. Oh shit, you done beat me. Damn. This dude's standing on my damn legs. Man, that hurt, bro, on my shins. Slide to Texas Live tonight up. Go to fucking Boomer Jacks. That motherfucker be kind of live. Twin Peaks be straight too. Yeah.
The NFL is on EA Sports, and we are in Silicon Valley at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. It's the team of the 80s versus the team of the 90s. The Niners, the Cowboys, they're underway.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And able to get this out to the 25. They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
From the 30 on second down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up third.
But just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now they look at third down, and that's another time to try and go and get the quarterback too.
Now after the sack, Lance and the Niners staring up here at a 3rd and long.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey. Here we go, D, get off the field. Mike 55. Check 55, Mike.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big play there on the catch and run.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one, and there's an example on this first possession of the game.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Here I come. Check 55 to Mike.
Faking the give to Mostert. Now Lance.
The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
Well, normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation, you have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert.
A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Lance a handoff here to Mostert.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. Mostert.
And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Second and goal from the 1.
I got you.
Used to think that was fist.
Mike 55.
Now a give to the big fullback Juszczyk. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
They'll run with Mostert. And now Mostert is going to be stopped up short. He did not get there.
No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal.
And they'll go for it. Lance.
And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And on the opening drive of the ball game, the defense comes up with a goal line stand.
Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it. Check, 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 check.
And that gets him a little room as he'll take this up over the 10-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. A give to Elliott. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football off a triple option, you've actually called that play.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. On play action, Prescott.
They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted.
He's picked off near his own 48. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. So, CD, his very first pass of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know that's a major surprise for any quarterback because, look, let's face it, no one thinks about throwing interceptions. But think about all the warm-up that we saw, right? Every pass he threw wasn't a single interception because, oh, that's right, there were no defenders out there. A little bit different when there's live guys out there chasing the football.
Mike, 55. Check 55, Mike. I got you. I got you.
Lance now on 1st down.
The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The starting drive number 2 off on the right foot. Completion for the first down. Drive 1 is they had to be pretty frustrating because they moved the football. They just didn't get any points out of it.
But warm-up QB, too. Let's bring in the backup. I mean, my goodness, you take them downfield and you don't score points. You know I'm being totally facetious here, right? I'm just kidding. Nice first drive. Rarely do teams score on every single drive in a game, but they like what they did there. They just hope they can pay it off this time with some points.
Lance now on 1st down.
So that one a disaster. A big loss there with 2nd down coming up.
Well, that's not exactly how they drew that one up nor practiced it because on 1st down, you're trying to get some yardage to set up 2nd and 3rd down calls. In this case, had to drop it off to his running back. But, boy, they closed quickly on that one and stopped him behind the line of scrimmage.
That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Deebo Samuel there to make the grab. And the Niners have taken the early lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short. short, wide, skinny, whatever. There it results in a touchdown. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This one will come out to the 25 as Pollard is going to elect not to return it. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Here's Elliott. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. Trying to run for it with Pollard. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 43. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. The pass rush specialist, Dee Ford, in on the stop.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Prescott. They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
And Lance's throw pulled in by Kittle. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, you can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Crunch time, defense.
From the gun, a run with Mostert.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
From the 41, Lance. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And some space here. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A big play that time on the catch and run.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10.
They'll run right side with Mostert.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Now a give to Mostert running right.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Stay with your man. Mike 14, Mike 14. It's just me and you. It's just me.
From the gun, it's Lance.
Steps away to his left. 1:55 left to go in the first half of play.
The mic. Come on, D. Double tight.
Here's Mostert.
And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. They give him 2 yards officially, and now it'll be 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
I got you, boy. Mike 14.
Lance now on 3rd and goal.
In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12.
Osa Odighizuwa
In there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down.
That's what I'm talking about, defense.
The 49ers are going to turn over to the special teams crew. The field goal unit is out there now. And Gold is able to put it through. And the lead moves to 10-zip.
So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
Now it's Gold after splitting the uprights to kick this one away.
On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
36, 65, 65, 47, 65. Watch 36, 36 to Mike. Double.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Play action now. Prescott. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. The 20. 5. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
That was a nice catch, and not by the guy you thought it was going to be. How about the defender turning into an offensive player as soon as the ball hits his hands, and off he goes, off to the races, and into the end zone.
Now Gold for the extra point. And it's no good. Oh, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. Pollard to return from the end zone. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the third quarter. Pollard to return from the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 53 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Throwing, Prescott. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And the Niners are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing, they're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. A handoff running left is Mostert. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
On 1st down, they go with Mostert again. And he's taken down inside the 30.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. And they'll run on the inside handoff. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. Mitchell. He's to the 10. And did he get in? No. Down at the 1-yard line. Mitchell will get into the end zone for a 49er touchdown. So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 23. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Pollard to return from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
To throw again on 2nd down, Prescott. He's got his receiver, Cooper. And they work this well upfield across the 45. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
And he did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback there, so that helped back in high school. On 2nd down, Elliott once more. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
They find some open field here. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A big play that time through the air. 39 yards.
Yeah, 57. Nigga ran to the line.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5.
51's Mike. Mike 51. Exit, exit.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Now here's Pollard. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys get a bit closer. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
So Dak will bring the Cowboys up to go for the 2-point try. Prescott, they're going to throw for it. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away.
Taken from about the 12. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
On first down, Lance.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29.
Defense, let's go. Pick it up.
Throwing again on second down. Lance. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. It'll be a loss of only a couple on the sack, but now it'll bring up third down.
Right? 27, Mike 27.
Yo.
Pick up the ball.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Niners on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 16.
Lance looking to throw it.
And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Here comes the 49ers punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest.
First down, Prescott. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Prescott. He goes to Lamb again. This time he's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Prescott from the gun. And he rifles one incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
They'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Prescott. Over the middle, Amari Cooper. It's complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game, so every other player on the field has to say to himself, I can't give up either.
Let's go, defense.
They'll throw again. Prescott. That's Gallup on the slant. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
And a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
On 3rd down, Elliott. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Switch. Hey, check 24. Check.
Running with Elliott. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. There wasn't even thought of a short field goal. There was no hesitation. They were going for it.
I think he was thinking ahead a couple plays ago, that if he got in this situation, they were definitely going for it. And you're right. It was a confident call and a decisive run to pick it up.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Elliott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Cowboys have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So Dak will bring the Cowboys up to go for the 2-point try. They'll let Elliott try and run it in. And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further.
Well, they need to go and put the rookies in.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he returns this to the 22. is made at the Niners' 42. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or two short here with third down coming up. They'll try to run for it with Elliott. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Well, they gave themselves options there on the third down play. We're able to convert on that RPO.
It shows a lot of trust for the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and get the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, we might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
On second down, Pollard. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with third and 5.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on third down.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off at the 33, the 30, 10.
You get nothing. I like it.
Zone, a pick six for the 49er D as they score a touchdown. It was third down defensively. They were just hoping to make a play and get off the field, get their offense on. Instead, they did one better. Pick it off, take it into the end zone.
Well, they did what you said. They count on it. Happily, right? They put the ball in the end zone. That's the way you start a game. That's the way you set the tone.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Pollard to return from the end zone.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And following the pick six, and they decent field position to throw in that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told us that's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
A 3-yard pickup on second and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on third and a little more than a yard. On third down, Elliott. And some room to roam now. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 52 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 47. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. They'll try to throw that to Prescott. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Pass rusher extraordinaire. Dee Ford that time getting a sack. Not the start to this one that any quarterback would want or envision. Remember, he had the pick six, and here he ends up on his backside.
Yeah, and you have to wonder to yourself, okay, after throwing the pick six, did he get too careful with the football and not deliver it out and take that sack? They've got to make sure that he's really into this game.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tartt, and he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to
goal now to kick it away. Pollard to return from the end zone. And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Take it ahead to the 28-yard line.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I don't think keep carrying it, thank you.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off. This quarterback was struggling a little bit.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Pollard. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. Shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line.
What were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you should have a few men in the box there.
First down carry by Elliott. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 82 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Seemed like Dak certainly made the right read there to hand it off to Zeke.
When you have those two in the backfield, Dak Prescott at quarterback, Ezekiel Elliott at running back, you get a symbiotic, synergistic relationship that puts a lot of defenses in a lot of stress.
I got to tell you, I've never heard synergistic before, but I guess that works, right?
It does on this game.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Pollard. Room here to run. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard, 42 yards. And the Cowboys have cut it to within a score. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get him in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 out the gate early.
What, 88 out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, no, they got the touchdown. It's not 88 out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. Here comes a return from just beyond the goal
2nd and 10. This is Mostert.
They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down, and you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Lance now to throw.
This one caught by Kittle, and they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
They'll run right side with Mostert. And he's going to have the Niners 1st down. It's good running. Gets him to about the 44.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Throwing now is Lance.
Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
From the gun on third down, Lance flushed out right.
And he will go down. A Cowboy sack. Now the Cowboys are going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. So on fourth down, here's the Australian native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. CeeDee Lamb deep for the Cowboys. This is taken to the 18. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they'll take over with just 16 ticks remaining before intermission. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end pass rush. They've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
And that was going to be off target and incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say, we'll see what happens. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. Final play of the half, Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield from there. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaughan. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. A fairly short kick from the 14, and he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 and the 24. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Third quarter starts with a run from Mostert. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. Tackled there by Leighton Vander Esch. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they can actually get production from the lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Mitchell. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. Still 15 yards to go, second down. Here's Lance. That's into a crowd and intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've got to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Could you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up. First and 10. Again to Elliott. 95 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Elliott going to get it again on second down. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
I know the speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, and now they face a 3rd and 4. Pollard going to try the right side, and he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
That was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. Elliott. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Now again here to Pollard. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Second and 8. He's been busy. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13. They go down in again. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. And the move from Mike McCarthy is going to be to keep the offense on the field here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll run it with Elliott. And he's not going to get the first. I don't even think he made it back to the line of scrimmage. Ezekiel Elliott not able to get it past the marker. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally ineffective. Let's just go ahead and get loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Here's second and 9. The Lance going to throw. They'll get this on the screen to Mostert. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it.
Caught that look from me there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little
Here's Lance to throw it.
The same target, same result. It's Kittle. 3 yards the gain there, second down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Looking to throw again on second down.
Lance into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Top of the 28. And the Cowboys are going to get the football back as time will run out in this third quarter of play. next drive by the Cowboys offense. And tough to win games if you go field goal, field goal, field goal. Here they got field goal last time. That'll be looking for a touchdown.
Look for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder. Puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6. You feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Here chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
Passing lanes, tough to come by with so many defensive backs on the field here late in the game. And it's not just the number of bodies, it's their quickness and their
we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Beginning of the third. Man, he done hopped out, though.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now Elliott. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and goal with this game still hanging in the balance. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys have retaken the lead. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come.
Pick it up. It's our time, guys. Our time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field. A little flare. A little flare.
They'll let Elliott try and run it in. And he will get into the end zone for the 2 points. And that helps. That gives him a 7-point lead.
Get it, baby. Boom.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And he returns this to the 22. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. Bridgewater. Gets this to Fant, and he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. 1st down, and he gets out of bounds.
You have to like the play call because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now Bridgewater. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss.
And this one is incomplete. The way he's thrown the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Let's go, baby. That boy Warner got 3 pick sixes, bro. I still keep trying this man, bro. We got 3 of them. don't even know where the ball was going that time.
Bro, it's supposed to be going over your head to the top guy.
Man, this shit was 3-3 at the half, bro. We're in the middle of the third quarter. It's 31-3. That shit crazy. All Warner. All Warner. Hey.
Nah, it's all good, man.
Oh, fuck, man. Probably be on them PS5s now. I almost fucking bought one the other day. Oh, I missed this nigga. Fuck. Missed the shit out of him.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with the Cleveland Browns. Greg Zuerlein's got it teed up, and off we go from Arlington. Taken from about the 12. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Let's go. Let's go.
A first down throw for Mayfield. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Mayfield. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, so far on this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
And looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. Picked up.
Yeah, they're quick to quit. That's how they be having.
Oh, I thought the play was going to the other side. Do that right to you. Oh shit, y'all ain't gonna tackle this nigga either? They won't even tackle him, bro.
I'll take that, goddamn it.
Hey, you need to put that dude at running back.
Or something.
Oh, that sucks, Trey Lance.
I told you, that's all I got to hang my hat on, bro. Defense.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction to the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Greg Zuerlein's got it teed up, and off we go from Arlington. Taken from about the 12. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's go, defense. Let's get off the field, defense. Hey, Mike's 42. Mike's 42. We'll hold this.
They fake the handoff. Now Brady dumps it off to Fournette. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's 2nd down. Throwing now is Brady. Looking downfield for Godwin. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Not the desired outcome, but probably won't be the last time we see him take a shot downfield.
Though certainly not the start they were looking for here as they come up on a 3rd and 14. To throw is Brady. Getting it out wide here to Bernard. And he's got the 1st down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. From midfield, here's Brady. He'll drop this off for Bernard. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
Well, it's just been an aerial attack all the way downfield, and they're putting it to the defense in a big way right now. What do you think, partner? Do you now run the football? Because they're in a pretty good spot already at the outer edges of the field goal.
But, like you always tell me, looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And the Cowboys are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive.
Hey, nigga, call them back. They didn't deliver this food, and they say they delivered it. What's? I don't. There's no number for me to call. Huh? It's no. I'm telling you, ain't nothing on there.
Damn, I missed him that time.
I don't have the app. Still didn't get it.
Go, D, one more time, baby. Who almost jumped? Man, get the fuck out of here. 3 niggas. And this dude was breathing hard. You back? You feeling better now?
Oh, if he wouldn't have came.
Yeah, he still got that nigga in the backfield.
Man, it's crazy. Let's do that with this food, man.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. Greg Zuerlein now. He'll handle the honors to get us started. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium. Now it's Wilson. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
Nothing at all.
All right, offense. We ain't did shit this whole half, man. Let's go. Time out. Call time out. You there, Snoop?
Yeah, I'm here, bro.
Go, baby. Oh, that's for me? Oh, you gonna tear it open? My bad, Snoop.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. Micah Parsons, the linebacker, in on the tackle. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Throw left side complete. That's Elliott. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it'll be 4th down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
And he slips up past the 45.
Yes, ma'am. I actually just ordered a meal from y'all from DoorDash, and it said he delivered it, but he didn't deliver it here.
Before being tackled. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. Touchdown, Cowboys! Amari Cooper, 52 yards. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. Well, that's how they envisioned it. Get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down.
So they went for two and failed. They didn't use him on the PAT, but now he boots this one away with a 6-0 lead. This one will come out to the 25 as Pollard is going to elect not to return it. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. On play action, they'll throw. His throw incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Prescott down. He goes to Lamb again. This time he's got it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they've put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage after it.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the 1st quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. 6-0 our score after 1. They'll give to Elliott. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And not only will he not get the few inches he needs, he's going to go backwards. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. Throwing, Prescott. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Mike McCarthy took the gamble, didn't pay off. And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
And quickly to the outside, that's caught by Lamb. 7 yards, the pickup there. And he'll go right back to Lamb. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Check 43.
Okay. Thank you.
On first down, Pollard. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you in just a couple of minutes we'll get you to Orlando and our good friend Jonathan Coachman. Coach will run through some of the numbers and the next-gen stats from this first half of football so far. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And they're going to face a 3rd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back.
I took care of it. 'Cause I got it. You need to go.
Here's Prescott. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Dak and the offense still out there. They are going to go for it.
Mike 27, Mike 27, Mike. Check out.
4th down, Prescott. They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And the Cowboys will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw or maybe the ball's tipped or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. Play action now, Prescott. And he's got his receiver, Cooper. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a 1st down.
They'll run on 1st down. Pollard, and he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Now a timeout called for by the defense as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. 2nd and 7. To throw is Prescott. And he slings one that's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free.
And there's another example, another incompletion.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Prescott to throw it. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And the Cowboys are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Elliott running right. And they'll get him down up past the 15. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. It's been a tight game to this point. What do they need to do, Charles, to break through in the second half and take the lead?
Well, I think the first thing they need to do is thank their defense for keeping them in this game. And, you know, I think the defense is saying back to them, why don't you guys focus on getting some first downs, put some drives together, give us a little bit of a break here. If we can get some rest, we'll play even better for you. And, oh, by the way, pay off a few of those drives with some points, too.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. So now a 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look. 6 DBs. Looking to throw. Prescott. Over the middle, Amari Cooper. It's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, and he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. 94 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Trailing here in the 3rd, and that run might just be the spark that this offense needs.
And don't you just get the sense that he's going around not just in the huddle, but looking over at the bench and saying, ball, give me the ball. Let me carry this thing home.
Evades him at the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard. A 16-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys are now just an extra point away from moving out in front. Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. So the extra point good, and the roughing call going to move the ball out to the 50 for the kickoff.
And I think this is a good chance to pin them deep if you can land the kickoff inside the 5-yard line or so. Gain some field position for your defense.
You like you're rapping in your jammies.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. Now Pollard. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Left side to Lamb. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. Now a give here to Pollard. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Take 4, take 4.
Single, going to 54, line in. He's coming. Going to 54, going to 54, line in.
Watch safety creep,
He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. That's the reason why. Well, we just saw shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play, one-on-one matchup of someone trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield. After the catch, when they're running with the ball, they think they're going to win those too. I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball, pick up the 1st down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short, that's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school smash mouth football. Meanwhile, Prescott's throw taken in by Cooper here. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. On 1st and 10, Prescott. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
A 3rd quarter now, a 1-point game as they line up 2nd and 10. Now back to the ground with Elliott. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So 3rd down, but you got to think they'd like to get closer, even in a dome with good kicking conditions for a possible field goal. Now Prescott. And that is incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And the Cowboys are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Scoring has really been at a premium, and Charles, you got to tip your cap to this defense coming in here. Their offense too, but this whole team coming in here on the road, getting a hard-fought win.
I think the way that they're finishing this one up, an exclamation point on a terrific game. As you noted, hard for them to put points on the board, and they hold them down one more time and finalize things.
And down to the 11. 155 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3. The ball on the 8 still could get a first down technically. 2nd and 7. 10th carry now for Elliott. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Tony Pollard, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. So an important drive for them there. They're not home, but momentum, Charles, definitely in their favor now.
And I like the point you just made. They're not home yet, but a 1-point game, and if you kick the extra point, make it an 8-point game. Only 1 score, but you're right. Momentum definitely in their favor right now.
Zuerlein good with a PAT, and that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. Taken from about the 12. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. There's still plenty of time here in the 4th quarter. Just a 1-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and 2-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage. Credit the tackle there to Jordan Lewis.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Under 10.
Again, it's Elliott. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. Prescott now from the 50. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. Oh, wide open, complete. Touchdown, Cowboys. CeeDee Lamb, 50 yards. And the Cowboys have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. Now Dak. And it's caught. And with it, we are tied here in the 4th. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Now Pollard. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
On second down, Elliott once more. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
To throw, Prescott. He completes it to Wilson. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run left with Pollard, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Here's Prescott. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 18. And now they're going to get the timeout. A huge play has him in field goal range with a chance to win. So it'll all come down to the booming right leg of Greg Zuerlein. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And it is good. He splits the uprights on the chip shot. And it'll be a good time in Big D tonight. The Cowboys have won it. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And I tell you, these division games...